waste a line of questioning. I'm just giving you...
I love the mansplaining. I'm enjoying it.
You're loving what? You're loving what? You're loving what?
What?
The mansplaining that's going on.
What's mansplaining, Senator?
Well, it's slightly patronising and condescending way that you're responding to my questions.
Well, I would suggest, Senator, that if you're putting the word man in front of some description of what I'm doing, you're doing that which I'm sure you're very much against, is making a sexist implication.
To have that way in responding to the questions I've asked.
Imagine the reaction, Senator, if I said you were woman-splaining. You're saying that I'm mansplaining.
Well, it is a term that's used.
We don't care.
Doesn't make
by rude senators, by senators who are seeking to make gender an issue. Stop being a hypocrite.
Well,
conduct yourself appropriately for this place.
I'm sorry you're so offended by the use of the word. It is a word that's used.
We don't care.
It's a.
Gotcha, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Katie Gallagher, Australia's financial minister, a staunch feminist who's ironically in charge of government financial accountability. Now look at this person sitting there talking about mansplaining and privilege. The mind boggles, people, the mind boggles. People, you know what it is. It's your boy Neymar, and I'm back with another big YouTube vid. And on this channel, it's straight fire, no bull content. And as always, I gotta give you my BS. So...
get up and let's get it.
Women are better than men at child rearing.
Did someone say that? Do you want to argue about that?
When you look at single mothers versus single fathers, children coming from single father households tend to fare better.
Their outcomes in life are better. They do better from educational standpoints. They do better from less prison sentences. They do better outcome-based if they're raised by a single father versus a single mother.
So a single father looking after a baby has better outcomes than a single mother looking after a
just on average.
On average.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing, right? Is they're following these children.
How long is the study?
Yeah, I'm trying to explain it. Okay, so they're following these children from infancy into adulthood, and they're looking at the outcomes. Some of them are 30 plus years.
Is it just one study?
Well, okay, so...
No, it's a multitude of studies. There's even been meta-analyses on this.
Over like what period of time?
I think the easiest way to tackle this is just look at criminality. So...
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. It's not very difficult if you judge on outcomes just on education and criminality. What are other things that you would be looking for as markers?
What's happening?
Nothing.
I'm really curious about the studies because it's really hard to do a study for that long. I've never heard of any studies that have been
have you looked
repeated
for them?
and have been shown validity. Have you?
Yeah.
Have them? What are they called?
Now you see now, you know that, don't you?
Well, give me a second and I can pull them all up for you. But what would be the point of doing that? Hang on. What would be the point of doing that when you can't access?
Other traditional values.
Stop talking and let me finish. What would be the point of doing that if you have no reference point?
The point of doing what?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Now, if listening to respond was a person, it would be her. They already got their minds made up, but they still get off on the attention of people trying to convince them otherwise. You can see how triggered she was when our bubble got popped, because they simply lack knowledge and wisdom.
Dylan Mulvaney, this cultural phenomenon now in America, basically sending up what it means to be a woman.
I think it's absolutely appalling to give credit and credence to a person who's mocking women. You got a gay man who has a lust for fame, fortune, and what does he do? If it's being gay is not working out for you, you become trans and you try to make a lot of money, which is what Dylan Mulvaney has done. Dylan Mulvaney is not an example of women. He's not even trying to be a woman. He's berating women. I have never in my life seen a woman act like Dylan Mulvaney. Not one person on this panel can show me a woman that's as flamboyant and radical and twitching and twisting. And acting like Dylan Mulvaney.
Are you insane? Did you watch the Barbie movie? Did you watch the Barbie movie? Did you watch the Barbie movie? What are you talking about? What, and who are you to talk about who a woman is? You're a man. This is absolute nonsense.
Who are you to talk about?
I'm not telling anyone who a woman is, but I'm certainly not telling someone who isn't a woman.
Excuse me, I'm
Everyone
sorry.
on this panel so
If
far has had zero
if
empathy
you saw
for
someone-
any of the people we're
if you saw
discussing.
someone-
You had no empathy.
You don't want to hear other people's opinions.
Then Riley has
you don't want to hear
anyone
other
else.
people's opinions.
Yeah, Brandon, come into
Everyone has an opinion. You may not like the opinion, which is fine.
Where's
I
the
don't
love?
agree with You think love is lying to people and deceiving people. I think love is telling people the truth and being consistent across the board. Perfect. Let's put this in perspective. Where's the
respect?
Because just imagine if a person was white and decided to identify as black and did all of these crazy things that
this
they
argument has been had so many times.
Listen, that they did stereotypically what black people would do. We would be outraged.
We would.
It would be a sham.
I agree.
We would not accept it. And so we shouldn't do that. What Dylan Mulvaney is doing is wearing women face.
Honestly,
Negative
I can't
perceptions of a
continue to
woman.
sit here listening to this absolute nonsense. Riley, I want to ask you a question because a lot of this is to do with sport and how you feel it's unfair because you're up against people with
unfair.
a bigger body, right? So do you think it's
men.
unfair that someone who's taller than you or has more strength than you can be in the same team? Is that the argument we're making here? Is that what
Can you believe this joker tried to attribute a woman's behavior to a Hollywood movie? And he thought he ate with that too. He thought he was cooking. Then he tried to shame one of the hosts on her stance on trans women in sports, talking about competing against someone bigger and stronger than you. Yeah, competing against a man in a woman's sport. The guy's a snake, man. You can tell he's disingenuous. But unfortunately, that's how a lot of them operate.
Reminder. Going to the gym doesn't make you better than anyone else.
Pronouns. I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
Okay. I'm Z-Zer. What you feel about that?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Look at this article I found today. The dangerous rise of men who won't date woke women. Pathetic. Woke discrimination in dating should not be tolerated. Also, who wouldn't want this? What kind of man doesn't love that level of confidence?
There are lunatics trying to make weight woke. You heard that correctly. Alyssa Royce, the owner of Rocket Community Fitness, a CrossFit gym in, you guessed it, Seattle, is now urging CrossFit box owners to stop designating barbells as men and women's bars. 45 pounds equals a men's bar and 35 pounds a woman's bar, but apparently she says this is silly because barbells don't have genders, they have weights. One of her main arguments is that you are implying that if a man cannot handle the heavier barbell, that he is less of a man. But it gets even worse. The owner also says that by having men in women's bars, you are excluding non-binary folks. If you are offended by a bar being labeled according to the gender that they are typically used for, then please do me and everybody else a favor. Just stay home.
Men need women.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go.
Bro, who is this nigga?
Where's the trash man? Take him out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 are trash.
Yeah.
What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong, because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves.
Now you see why 10% of men get play and the 80% get nada. Because feminism has taught them to view the average man as weak. If you're not a great man, then you're a nice guy. And then you're disposable. To the left, to the left. And your income's disposable too. And that's all fair game. You know why? Because she's simply a woman. What do they think is gonna happen? 10% of the men are gonna impregnate all of the women. Now you're starting to see the origins of baby mother culture. It's coming from feminism. And you know what? It's becoming more apparent, well to me anyway, that feminism has its roots deep within the occult. Yes man, when you're dealing with feminism, you're most definitely dealing with that Jezebel spirit. But let's just step back for a minute and look at it through layman's eyes, because I know that's a bit too deep for some people. When you're dealing with all of these isms and schisms, feminism, racism, colorism, just know the mother of all of them is narcissism.
What's that?
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive. Yeah. I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it. Yeah. It's trying to make I'm offended sound important.
I hate woke people.
Why?
Because they're embarrassing and stupid, and it's clown world. I don't like clown world shit. It's not real. We're not in a real world. Woke people are dumb.
I tend to find woke people jump onto bandwagons without really researching. They tend to go with what's currently trending and how that makes them feel. How it makes them feel and how it makes them look. Because they're superficial as hell. She looked like she switched teams about a week ago. Probably giving off that non-binary and gluten-free vibes about a week ago. Now, she's working towards being a traditional woman. And a based conservative, right? It's a joke. These people stand for nothing. That's why they end up falling for anything.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're literally comparing yourself to a god, whereas you're far from it.
These women are wearing not much more than underwear and wings. Declaring we're all angels, they're fighting back against the iconic brand Victoria's Secret, insisting women of all body shapes and sizes should be celebrated.
I have a daughter, and she's going to be my body type.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I'm broad, I'm tall, I can't be that size.
The Victoria's Secret show is watched by millions of people and sees the world's top models take to the catwalk. All are a size 8 or smaller.
I want to see diversity. I think in this day and age we need diversity, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have women of all shapes and sizes and abilities on the catwalk.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you can't change your race. I feel like one is actually a stagnant part of identity, and the other one is serious, but it's in a different form. It's not the same concept. Race is your roots, where you were born with from, ages ago.
Come on, man.
So I think
isn't your gender what you're born with too?
That's true, but I think it's a different
Please. Sometimes people be delusional and they surround themselves with delusional people. And now it's a group of y'all that's very delusional. It's a group of y'all that's very delusional.
Like you said, they click together. So when they click together, they don't even understand that they've created a bubble, like a bubble, like a vortex of self-delusion. So it's like no one's really checking each other.
do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now you can call yourself whatever you
don't
want.
Menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No.
I'm very honored to be able to receive this amazing award from the
Same as non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If your chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not men.
excluding a whole group of people.
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why?
Listen, you're not going to piss in my pocket and tell me that it's raining. You're not going to tell me that 1 and 1 equals 60 and then turn around and tell me that I'm excluding the illiterate. Yes, I agree we need to be as tactful as possible insofar as not offending anybody. But telling me how to address you is a form of bullying. And I really don't take kindly to bullies. Whether it be passive-aggressive or aggressive-aggressive, I don't take kindly to it. Cause me, I'm going to say what I see. And I'm not treading on any kind of eggshells while I'm doing it. People, if you like the content that man's putting out on a weekly basis, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button. And I'll see man on the next video. Peace.